Now, before I start this vlog, I just want y'all to take 10 seconds to listen. So all you have to do is listen. Now, you might be asking, why did I need those 10 seconds to listen? Well, it's mainly because it was quiet. What does that signify? These kids are finally back in school. Thank goodness. What's going on, everybody? VF. Before I even get into this vlog, because I know you've immediately noticed the title up above, I just have some quick things on my mind that I want to get off my chest. The first thing is I'm going to have to start tailoring and, I guess in a weird way, censor what I say, because although what I do is publicized, I do have some people that are within my family, not my immediate family, but within my wife's immediate family. There was an incident. It wasn't really anything bad. It was just sitting down talking about something, and in my last vid, apparently the word about was that I hate Denmark, or there are some things about Denmark that I hate, and it got back to my wife, and it was, I wouldn't say it wasn't pleasant. She probably just doesn't care, but I have certain people within my family that like to snitch and blab. Thanks, snitchy. So I'm going to start trying to tailor some of the things I say and censor a little bit of it, so that way it doesn't get back. I got a weird feeling the random thumbs down that I got from that individual, I got a feeling it was because of that. But anyways, I don't know what's going on with my face. I apologize if I start scratching at my face and looking like some weird ass zombie. The thing with the title up above, how to piss a Dane off. I happened to stumble upon this, I guess, not interview, but this little thing here. It's on a site called Matador. And they said there are 6 easy steps to piss off a Dane. I was reading this and I was thinking, this is silly. But I actually posted it, and I got some feedback on it. And some people, some Danes, they were mostly Danes. Some people were like, man, it doesn't really hold any truth. Some people are like, there are some things about it that are true. And I figured, what the hell? I'll read this off to y'all, because majority of some of my audience is Danish. So I figured that y'all get y'all saying and let me know if this is crazy or if this is somewhat dead on. It says, piss off a Dane with these 6 easy steps. Just don't say we didn't warn you. Okay. It says, there is an unspoken rule in Danish society about privacy in the public sphere. Danes believe that everyone has the right not to be bothered in public, and that they should be able to go about their business free of awkwardness, exchanges, unsolicited greetings, or general inconveniences created by others. So apparently this individual, this person, thinks that here in Denmark, we can basically, they can go live their own lives without being, being bothered with. Okay. Says this silent culture norm is something I begin referring to as the Privacy in Public Act, or PIPA, and slowly learned that stepping out of line in the public is one of the easiest ways to provoke anger in this flock of stock Scandinavians. Big word, stock. Researchers gathered over 18 months of daily life in Danish capital Copenhagen. Some of the following strategies were immediately obvious to me, while others were conclusionists were drawn long after periods of observation, inversion, social fox pos, or passive-aggressive provocations. Here's the first step, or first tactic, if you will. It says, first step is ask, how are you? Or in this case, hvordan går det? For Danish. I learned this within days of moving to Denmark, and I was fortunate enough to be clued in by a teacher the first time I made the mistake. The American phrase, "how are you?" is a source of amusement for the Danes. It's a big fat joke that Americans ask these questions in passing with no intentions of stopping and listening to the response. If you want to make friends, ask this question when you have 5 to 10 minutes to spare. Ask it merely in greeting/passing, and that the Dane will probably think you're the most insincere person on the planet. My question to that is, I will admit I've never done it in the streets, but I do it with family and friends because I know them. But why would you, it just goes to, why would you go up to some random stranger to be like, "What's up, man? What's going on? Hey, Bob, how you doing? Hey, how's it going with those 3 kids you got now?" You don't. You really don't. So I don't get what this person, I don't get that tactic at all. That there is just, that's fucking silly. I'm sorry. Number 2 tactics. They speak their language. This should be interesting. It says, as far as Scandinavian languages go, Danish is considered the most difficult to learn. False. Only half of the written letters pronounced in conversations is a combination of guttural R's and soft D's. Can't even read today. It says, make developing the proper ancient accent. We're going to take that sentence again because maybe I need to pause and drink some water. I don't know. Let's try that again. It says, only half of the written letters pronounced in the conversation and in the combination of guttural R's and soft D's make developing the proper accent a lifetime achievement. There's been a recent speculation that even the Danes don't understand each other. I don't know about that. If you're Danish, can y'all not understand one another? That's very weird to me. Only 5 million people in the world speak Danish, so their fluency in English and other languages become vital from a very young age. They speak English. You know English. Oh, excuse me. It says they speak English. You know they speak English. They know you speak English. So attempting in order to Latin in Danish is perceived by and possibly chic barster as an unnecessary awkwardness that can easily be avoided. She rarely hears her language spoken by foreigners, and it's easier for her to understand to switch to English than it is to try to understand your accent. So refuse the English and order yourself I'm not even going to attempt to say that word, basically a Danish book or a Danish translation book. With confidence, demand the right to speak the language. She'll go tight-lipped and speechless. I've been here 6 years. I can't say that I've mastered Danish. I admit there are still words to this day that I find very difficult. I mean, I have them in my vocabulary. I probably use them maybe 2 to 3 times in a sentence or something like that. But it's not that hard. It's just like any other language in the world. If you study and you put it to good use, you have stuff like text TV over here and all that stuff. I think this person is fabricating this just a little bit. Here's a 3rd tactic. It says, fail to sign in the bike lane if you're on a bike. Now this I can relate to. Like other aspects in society, bike etiquette is designed to operate like a well-oiled machine. All anticipated actions should be signaled. Point low to the right or left if you plan to turn. Hold your right hand next to your face if you're planning to stop. What? And only use the left side of the lane to pass. That's true. I'm not even going to read the rest of this because it's a little bit silly with the bike thing. But I will admit, in Copenhagen, if you ride a bike, them signals are super important because nowadays you have, what do you call that, blind side, especially with trucks, and they can't see you. Especially if you going straight and they making a right turn, that's it, you gone, you crushed. So I think they even got a commercial now that says, make sure you don't bike in like trucks blind spot and stuff like that. But in Copenhagen, not just in Copenhagen, alone, but anywhere here in Denmark, there are a lot of people that ride bikes, and I will admit I was one of them. At times, I didn't know the signals, and I didn't know the rules. I had people get pissed off with me, especially in like very heavy trafficked areas. They will let you know if you're fucking up. So yeah, it's important to know, when you're riding a bike and you're getting ready to stop, you put like this and you all the rest of this other stuff. But yeah, that stuff is vital. I will admit that is super huge. But I don't recall, like people getting road rage over like, oh my God, he didn't fucking signal when he stopped at that light. No, they don't do all that, man. They probably might honk at you. They might point or something like that. But I don't think you're gonna piss off many Danes. Maybe they might have a little some road rage. But that's about it. So that number 3 now, I will admit, somewhat true. Fourth one is so fucking silly. It says, wear your sweatpants in public. This may seem harsh if you're on a budget, especially hungover or attached to the trends of American college campuses, but venturing into the cold light of day in your leggings and university sweats is frowned upon, at best. If you insist on wearing your comfies outdoors, invest in a black trench coat and cover it up. I really would like to, I think I might seriously write back to this person because this is stupid. I have no clue. I ain't gonna lie, I got 2 pairs of sweatpants. And I have damn sure worn them outside and nobody said shit to me. Maybe because I am a African-American big dude and he's scared I might come and like shoot some slang at him, like, what you talking about, Willis? But seriously, sweatpants. If y'all get pissed off about sweatpants, something's really wrong. But I think this is now it's getting a little bit ridiculous. The next tactic is smile at children or dogs. Years of working as a nanny has ingrained in me an unbreakable habit. If kids stares at me on a train, I smile or cross my eyes and make a face. I found that parents in the U.S. tend to appreciate this casual communal act of entertainment in an environment where meltdowns are potentially imminent, and especially embarrassing. Not so in Denmark. Smiling at children will awkwardly skirmish or suspiciously glances from the parents. There's something about it that is too close for comfort, and a blatant violation of the PIPA Act. Never mind that their children has watched you turn the last 10 pages of your book look like an episode of Hipster Sesame Street. I'm sorry. This little blurb, or wherever I got this from now, is a little bit far-fetched. Because I do it all the time. I got kids, literally, I got a playground right in front of me right now. And like 2 or 3 of them looking at me. 9 out of 10 times I might go, it's just, I guess that's the American thing in me. Not to be a clown and not to look like some, fucking sexual deviant pervert. But, I mean, hey, they're kids. They don't know any better. What do you think they're going to do? I give you a good prime example. I think the reason, because this thing here on my face is because I'm peeling real bad. And my skin is somewhat messed up. So what do kids normally do when they see something like that? They stare. So in order to break that awkwardness of the stare, what I do, I make a face. I go right to him and be like, I might do it or something. I might play with my nose or something like that. But oh my goodness, I think this person here is trying to seriously piss off Americans too, because I don't know where you got this from. I have no clue where you got this from, but this shit is so wrong. Shit is so wrong. I do it all the time. Kids stare. And the easiest way to break that is to just not stare back at them, but just look at them and just be like, hey, how you doing? I don't even say hey, I just went, hey. Because they probably wondering, they got their mind fucking elsewhere. They don't care. And if the parents see you, I have never, ever occurred up to a parent and smile at their kid and they look at you and be like, don't look at my child or I'm going to stab you. They like that. It might cause attention away from them. Maybe they're having a bad day and they see the little kid smiling at you or smile back at them. Hey, good move. This bullshit here that I'm reading now is getting a little bit out of hand. I'm sorry. Last ridiculous act, most likely. Just act like a human in the grocery store. The Danes are grocery store robots. Not my saying, this individual. The Danes are grocery store robots. And then you write an article how to piss them off. Maybe if you stop calling them fucking robots. Maybe it's because shopping is one of the few public situations in which they are forced to cooperate in close proximity, or because budget groceries in stores in Copenhagen are notoriously tiny and disorganized. But there's something about grocery shopping elite, a deep-seated need for order in the heart of every Dane, and they expect things to go smoothly without having to speak or make eye contact with anyone. Okay, so I'm going to cut this short here and stop. Apparently, this person is taking situations only from Copenhagen. And I'm an American, I'm not a Dane, but I could tell you 1 out of 6 of those facts, and I just said it, is true. Now, granted, over here in Uland, I don't know what y'all might think about that, but I've been grocery shopping with my wife billions of times. Here in Uland, Copenhagen, and generally, like anybody else in the world, they are focused on, okay, I have a list, I have certain things I need, or it might be, hey, wow, there's something on sale, let me see if I can get that. I've never, and I mean that, never walked into a Netto, a Rama, a Kiwi Mini Please, a Factor, anywhere, quickly. Bilka. Bilka is like the equivalent of fucking, of Walmart. And people are pissed off because you walk in there and you might be in there jiving or what. They don't give a damn. They don't. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave the link to this article, and I'm scrolling down now so I can find out who this. It was done by Emily Hansen Arendt. This lady is insane, y'all. This shit here, I don't get that. So I'll leave the link to that below. Last thing that's on my mind, again, before I close out this video is I was asked to do some podcasting by a fellow Dane on the Facebook page. If you're very much interested, I would love to meet a lot of you. If you want to be involved in a podcast, it most likely will be posted up here on YouTube as well, but it will be done via Skype. So I'm very interested if any of you guys are. I will strategically leave my Skype for individuals or those that request it, because I'm not just going to throw it up here on YouTube. Then I get ridiculous requests from like robots and pervs and all the rest of that crazy shit. So that was it, guys. How to Piss Off a Dane by Emily Hansen Arendt. Read it, share it. I would advise not to like that, but like this video, and by all means share this video as well too. Favorite vlogger, have a great day, guys. Bye.